Hello, hello. What it do? What it do? Alright, people. I'm just gonna make this quick because I already did this 3 times and each time is really crappy looking. So, while I was playing, online and stuff, for those who don't have my Twitter or whatever, I unlocked this bad boy. And why is this important? Because you have to pay $20 for the Road to Boruto DLC to unlock this character. And I was going to until, well, hey, I unlocked not just him, but I also unlocked like Naruto. I unlocked these 3 as well at some point. So, now I normally play this team, but since I unlocked him, I wanted to see like really the difference, because ask anyone who plays Storm, they'll always say Sasuke the Last is better, which again, that's who I've been playing, and from what I can tell, I agree to some extent, but Road to Boruto isn't like too bad. So I just wanted to do a quick showcase, not a full guide or anything like that, because it's kind of already long as it is. So I think we're gonna start this off with, we're gonna give this Sasuke Heavenly Hand power, which is his default move. This is important because I'll explain when we get to the team section. But I'm gonna give him this, and then for the other team, I'm gonna use my default team. And we will play at Village Hidden in the Rain. I even asked like the Discord, well, the Ultimate Storm Discord, how could I have unlocked this character without buying the DLC? And this is the base game. And there's just like, you must have pre-ordered it. Game. Enough. You will get these characters, but you won't get like their cutscenes and stuff like that. So you just have the characters, and that's literally it. So now that we're here, for starters, practice menu. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then support gauge, because this is important. So the first thing, and this might be the most tedious one, is really just the items. Road to Boruto and even the last have the same items, which is located on the left, which is two of these, which are like really good, and the speed pill, and of course the 2 guard breaks. The reason why it's different for this Sasuke on the right is because I started with pain. And before I get to that, I guess I should explain why these items are important. So every Sasuke has the items on the left hand side, which is, it's okay, but Pain has better items. These are okay. I don't really use the bottom items at all, and if I were to use one, I would use the attack one, which would increase the damage of all your attacks, obviously. While this one just increases your speed, which is like, it's okay. Other than that, I mean, this can really be substituted for this, which again are tags, they have homing. This one, oh, not that one. Whoops. These ones just slam on the ground, and they just fire shurikens, so. I mean, whichever items work for you, I guess, is up to preference, but personally, I don't really have a preference other than the bottom pill. But that's only because of Pain. So why the items matter, well, why the items differ is because of teams. So how Storm 4 works is that your main character is the only character that, if your character has multiple main jutsus and even ultimate, they can, only your front character or in like other games, I guess you would call them your point character, you can only those ones you get to select, but your assists only have one, can only use their standard move or their more recent move. So if you pick this as an assist, if you pick this Sasuke as an assist, he will get you this. Instead of giving you this, which is a really, really, really good fireball. I think it's the second best fireball in the game, only because it curves from a good height and it has good tracking. Oh. So yeah. But to circumvent this, like this Sasuke can use the fireball too, but to circumvent it you would have to pick this Sasuke in front. But then you get stuck with items, so, well, like kinda items. So it's like you know, win some, lose some. So the other thing I would say is, well, the other thing I want to go over is jutsu. So we already saw what this man's main jutsu is, and that's how his jutsu looks as an assist. I'm just doing it in a really fancy way of showing off, but so while this Sasuke, let's just switch to him, has this. So I guess I can go over combos. It has the standard Shinra pull that the last has. Oh right, and he also, they both have the same. Okay, so I guess yeah. Let me just go over combos real quick. If I can stop doing this. So his neutral combo. It's like okay. My favorite one. And then his up combo is it's okay. I think it could be useful in some scenarios where like if your opponent's assist is behind them and then you hit those two, I think this could be good. But I think that's about it. Obviously you can combo upward. Oh, whoops. So I actually like that his air combo does bring you down, because, well, I guess I should show the difference with this one. So this one's up combo. He shoots a fireball, which, I mean, if you sub this, you can just chase in the air, which is like the worst thing you could possibly. Oh, whoop! Hold on, let me get myself up. Which is the worst position you want to be in. Yeah. So with his air combo bringing you down, I think it's a lot better. And besides, you might be able to hit your opponent after they sub. So, and we already talked about jutsu. So his tilt, both of their tilts are the same. Both of them have Shinra Tensei, which will slow the opponent back if they're too close to you. They have a lot of startup, but it's alright. I kind of don't really want to go into ultimates, because I think this one has a better way of doing the ultimate, because it's long range. Whereas this one travels, so I think this one has a beat when it comes to ultimate, and as far as aesthetics, this one has a better looking ultimate. The next thing is really grab, which is very important, because if your opponent wants to block forever, you know, you can always throw a grab out there and catch them. So this one is just sword swipe, appear behind them. This one is lightning, smack them down, they're in front. The difference that I've noticed, well, they both have the same range. The only difference that I noticed is that this one, I believe, this one you can jump over. Kinda. Like, you have to be like... Like, you have to be really slow not to get hit by this, but... Whereas this one... You can't really jump over, which is good, because... If your opponent tries to air dash into you, they'll get caught, whereas like, you can air dash into that and punish your opponent, so that's kind of a, you know, that's where this one takes it. So I'm thinking the final thing that I should really go over is that both of these Sasukes have an infinite loop, and there's a video about this going up on my YouTube in tomorrow-ish, as of recording this, which is January 11th. So, by infinite loop, also, you can also do other things too, because they're stunned a little bit. So like, oh, let me do that one. So like, you can do other things, like canceling into your ultimate, which I'm not gonna play because it's kind of too long. We're not here for this. So yeah, both Sasukes can have an infinite loop. I really need to learn how to play this. Of course, this can be circumvented by blocking, which is where the two Sasukes differ. So, I'm gonna block with Road to Boruto and do... So, the last, if you jump after, you know, if you jump after to reset, if you're in the air, you can do a quick slice and still make contact, which will jail your opponent if they're guarding, which will also take away their shield health, as you can see from the shield coloring going from blue to orange to red. Eventually it'll break. So being able to get that extra hit in allows you to keep the pressure going. This Sasuke can't do that because his sword is too small. With this Sasuke, unfortunately, is that he can't really jail your opponent into the loop, which means that if they're blocking, they're free to do something, like any movement afterward, whereas if the last was attacking, there's not too much that they can do. So yeah, which it's already kind of hard for the last to do anyway, because it gives them enough time to do counter, or like even, like yeah, they can input a quick move, but they'll just get smacked out of it. So yeah, not being able to jail kind of really hurts, which is probably why a lot of people don't really like the Sasuke, and I do agree, but I think the Sasuke is somewhat passable. Like, it's like, he's still pretty solid. He has better things in some areas, but not enough to overcome the fact that he can't jail with the loop. So that's kind of really my, I want to say, analysis of the two different Sasukes. If you see me online, I'll definitely play both. I think I would definitely play the last more, because I value my items a little bit more, and I value the being able to jail my opponent. But the Sasuke isn't too bad, so you might see me with this one here and there. So, I guess to end the stream, I'll show why this is my favorite ultimate. But yeah, this will be uploaded onto YouTube, well, on my YouTube channel. But thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave likes, comments. If anyone would ever want to play any games, you're free to add me on PlayStation, and I'm more than happy to play people. Other than that, see you guys next time.